Hello, hello, hello. Let's turn off that beautiful music and let's turn those nice faces here.
Beautiful faces on.
Nice faces is on, beautiful music is off. So today, advertising lessons from Q4 and what we will implement in Q1. But before we jumping on this one, Yanis, did you know that there is Q5?
Yes, I heard this term, but since we're
Well,
this broad, like
yeah,
Q4, Q5, I think Q5 is more people are in e-commerce using this term, but most businesses don't understand that there's a Q4, 5, and even I didn't know before, so we just found out.
business owner doesn't understand this idea of Q5. So we will just give an idea about Q5 and let's jump on this one. So Q5 is the period after the Christmas when the cost per, I would say CPM, so cost per thousand views is going down and people are still ready to buy. So this is the period and it goes to the end of the January. I researched it in Google. There's different ideas of the when it's happening, but overall, this is the period which is after the sales, when everybody's turning off and going in vacations. There's some companies which is using this low CPM because, as we know right now in advertising, the biggest problem is how much costs this advertising, and this is the period where there's less advertisers and you can buy media more. So still you can jump on that, you can try to sell something, but yeah, I would say you have missed this one. So let's go on the not learnings but lessons. So what is the first lesson?
You asked me. Okay.
Yeah, I ask you the first
Okay.
question.
Okay. So the first lesson is probably early preparation and actually researching the offers that we can give to the clients. And what I mean by this is really looking for back of the full year, what you have offered previously for your clients in previous sales, like Valentine's Day, 8 March, or it was, or midsummer sales, or whatever is even Halloween sales. Look at what offer has worked the best. And this is what we did. We checked what kind of offers work the best for Q4 and we implemented those. I think
Okay.
that that's really important to provide really simple offers because we had a learning lesson for one of the clients. I'm not sure if this is this. Yeah, it's actually, this is the point. One of the clients actually did amazing in November, but then they decided to uh, change the offer in December, which made the offer more complicated, and people didn't understand the offer. Therefore, the sales weren't as good as we anticipated it because of our complicated offer.
Let's take it bigger. Let's take it bigger. It's not only about Q4. Um, what really we are telling right now to all our clients, let's sit down in the January. Let's spend some 1 day, maybe 2 day on planning our revenue goals, our campaigns, how we can gonna reach. Because when you plan those revenue goals, after that you're starting to plan some campaigns because you understand without campaigns you can't get there. So you are starting to use all the possible campaigns, but you can build in that market. So it's about planning. Just plan out the things what you're gonna do, not just sit in the 21st, no, 25th of, no, 24th of the November in the evening and think about we're gonna give 25 or 15%. So not in this kind of the way because that will not be the way how you will get all the results. So just plan everything out, and I really would push people to make at least X2 this year, at least X2. So you plan and you do things
in
two times
advance.
more, maybe two times better, or you use more like we had a client which was going into the vacation after the December. So next year, maybe plan this vacation after that period, or find a way how to not do that. So just so you can push more on the things, because Q4 is the best part of e-commerce, and we need to use every minute with what we have there. Okay, so lesson number two. Um,
Determine, this is the thing that you actually just said, is determine the right goals for Q4. There's basically two goals, or maybe three, but just let's say two.
In
Either
business,
you
there's
want
one
to,
goal. In business,
i-
there's one goal.
yeah, but like you can go two ways. Either Q4 is the time that you want to make profit for your business, or is this the right time to actually acquire a new customer with a discount and get a new customer inside of the Q4 that was not purchasing maybe before at the full price? At least in Q4, this is a good way on how they can test your product and your service in general. So determine the goals, understand what you're going after, and stick to it.
Yeah, this
Um,
is the period where people are ready to test something new, try something new, do some things different that they have done before. They are buying some presents. If they are buying present for somebody, trust me, when they will get your product and they will make it as a gift or maybe pass it, they will maybe think about, okay, maybe I need the same for myself too. So people are ready to experiment. They are ready to do some new things and use that period, because there's so many companies who are saying, yeah, but quarter four, there's like CPMs is really high. We don't want to do some. We are not ready to. But people are ready to test something new, and this is the period where you, if you have the goal to get new customers and you are ready to pay for them, you know the price what you are ready to pay for them, then you can use this period. But there's the biggest problem, I think. What's the learning number three, lesson number three, is that understanding the numbers, because there's so much. Like we had yesterday a conversation with the client, because we are setting up right now goals for all the year, and we want to push them to make it bigger, bigger, bigger. And we was asking some basic questions, and this girl thought, I have this university degree in this finances, but I don't know this number. So we was like, okay. And she was asking to Yanis, hey Yanis, do you have any degree in this one? And we were like, no, we don't have a degree. We just know that this is really important to grow, to know this number. So understanding the numbers.
yeah, at the end of the day, if this goes back to the second point, if you want to, let's say, make money, the profit, you need to determine how much profit you want to make. Therefore, you can set up the right ROAS goals, marketing efficiency number goals. What is the profit? And you can calculate how much ROAS you want to see in your, let's say, overall marketing funnel. Without it, you cannot really make profit or make good decisions on how to make the best, most money. And the same thing out goes for acquiring customer. Understand what are you willing to pay, and then you can calculate what is your overall
No,
ROAS, what you can go
That
after.
not what are you willing to pay, but
Uh,
what can you pay? Because
what
what
you
are you
yes,
willing?
sorry,
It always will be like, I don't want to pay for new customers or
exactly.
something
No
like
one
that.
wants to pay. Yeah,
Yeah, and that's a big problem in the business owner minds. They are not ready to spend more, because I don't know how they are not connecting this. That spending more means bigger business. The bigger business means more money.
exactly.
um, I
This
think
is a big problem. Not knowing numbers is a big problem. It's because we have how many clients we have even turned down a lot of clients, and I remember that the some of the things that they said, hey, we need this Ross. Where right now, when I'm looking at this and when I'm going through these numbers for these businesses, for our clients, and really digging more depth into their business, I now understand that previous clients or the clients that we turned down, they didn't understand the numbers. Like they didn't know what is the ROS, real ROS that they're willing to pay. They just say, I like this number. 8 is good. I want 8.
But you remember the before the Russian crisis, before all the war situation,
Oh
we were
Jesus.
working with the Russians, and there was a huge company which was making two to three. No, they were making 150 to 150 in a month in the sales in the
1000, yeah.
revenue, and they told, yeah, but we want our Facebook ROAS to be like, I don't know, 5 or 7 or something like that. And then we was asking to them, but why you think that this Facebook ROAS is the metric you need to watch? Because in the Facebook ad account, when you watch on that number, it's not real because they are not getting all the sales. Uh, like this is a bad number to watch, so you need to calculate that on your own. Then you understand the real numbers, and then maybe you just need to spend 2 3 times more, and you will keep growing. But you don't need to watch on the ROAS numbers because it's scary when you watch on the ROAS numbers and it shows you are paying for one purchase 500 USD. But in the end of the day, when you calculate everything, you understand that that's not the truth.
Yeah, we doubled the business, the revenue.
In
Uh,
in the first month, I think.
yeah,
by
but it
just
it this
by just showing the right numbers, just showing the right numbers. And they was like, interesting. Of course, we needed to make a better content so they can scale it, because you can scale with the bad content in the meta right now in any advertising platform. But still, yeah, just showing the numbers, the real numbers, not the numbers what they are watching. And yeah, that's another topic.
this is because we have time. This is really we can continue on this part. So I'm in these multiple uh, advertising groups in Facebook. Like I have been there for the last 4 or 5 years since I started to do this, and I constantly see in my feed these topics, and most of the topics are talking about, hey, what is the Facebook ROAS that I should go after? What is what is a good Facebook ROAS? And this is really important that still, if we are even talking about this, we ourselves we think that it's quite understandable, but people still don't. They look at the wrong thing. They really look at Facebook ROAS, and we are telling you guys, it's not the best metric to look at. It's incorrect, and there's no right Facebook ROAS.
Yeah, if you watch into Facebook. And there was a really interesting thing one happening when we was talking about the numbers, and that third lesson is understanding the numbers. The business is telling to us, okay, but if my average order value is this, if I want to pay for one customer to grow this amount of the money, that means this product what I have for €4 or €3 or €9, which is down below my average order value, I don't have any point to sell them because they are not giving me anything. They're just making me the problems. They're just giving me they are just fucking up my numbers. And in the end of the day, when you are fucking up my numbers, you can spend enough money on ads to grow, or on marketing as itself. So
Yeah, this is the point where you lose money. If you now see what is your real average order value, then you can also, if you look at the numbers, and if your business is at least 1 year old, you can start to calculate what is your lifetime value for the client. Because if they're unless you have one product and they're not repurchasing that again, but if you have multiple products, you can see how many times one person is buying. And if you understand how much they're buying in 1 year, you can calculate how much your business can spend to acquire the customer that buys the products like 2 times, 3 times in 1 year. Because the first purchase is always going to be, let's say, to make a profitable return on ad spend, you can sell the product for, let's say, €10. It's quite hard to scale a product or any business to get a customer, acquiring customer for €10. It's quite impossible. But if that's for first purchase return for investment, but then if you look at lifetime value, you say, okay, this client brings me in like 90 euros a year. First purchase is 30 euros, 40 euros. I can spend 10. Okay, but if they're making me 90 euros a year, maybe I can spend 25. Maybe I can spend 30 euros to acquire the customer. And I'm not gonna be profitable or making money on the first purchase, but I'm gonna be making money on the year.
And this is good way how to make decisions in the future of the year. If you have some marketing activity, I don't know, influencer, yeah, you start to talk with the influencer, and you understand, okay, she asks me 300 USD per putting the post out, and I ask him to myself, can I get with her post 10 new clients, 5 new clients? How much new clients I can get? And then from that, I can start to calculate all my actions. I can pay for per new client this amount of the money. So if somebody is offering me to do something, I need to understand how I will get back. There was interesting call because we are working a lot with the social content, and one of the viral growth blah 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 companies was talking with me. Okay, we will help you to grow your TikTok account, and they was giving me the numbers. I think they are somewhere here. Yeah, there was here. So they charge 5,500 per month, and in the 6 months they are giving me 10,000 followers at least on the TikTok, and they are telling me that I will get 1,000 clicks on my link. So if I'm selling something in link, I know how much I'm ready to pay for a new client. And I calculated that one new client will cost me 330 USD, which is good for me. It works for me. But this is how you, after that, can calculate all the actions and understand, is that expensive or that is not expensive? Because we are just right now thinking about things when somebody is offering us, is that expensive or not expensive? But the question is that is it covering the cost per new client or not covering the cost per new client? If that's not covering, then we can talk about that number, because you will see when your e-commerce will grow, you will start to see new numbers. Like somebody will offer you email marketing for 10,000 USD, and you will like, what the fuck? Why I need to pay so much? I can do that on my own. But you will all the time lose on that, because you need to focus on how much will cost me one new client from this activity, and then you can tell to yourself, let's do it or not do it. Okay.
Exactly. Numbers.
Lesson number 4. Pushing ad spend and activities to get as close as possible to target ROAS. This is something, I will be honest, we have challenged because we really don't like to spend money on ads which is not making money. So when we see that we could do better with ads, we are not always pushing to the limits of ad spend. So maybe share how we have done it in the Q4 and
Yeah,
what has
there,
changed.
there have been cases where we have this target ROAS, but we didn't spend quite as much money like to get to closest ROAS. Let's say the target ROAS is overall ROAS. It's not Facebook ROAS. We're talking about overall ROAS that we need to achieve. It's 6, but we were only spending till 8. It's and essentially you play around on two hands. You make it's super profitable, or the marketing activity that you have, and you lose some sales. Where if you don't understand the real numbers, you don't understand which is the best. Right now we can see even 6 ROAS for the business was too high, and it was super. It was really good, like to generate profit. And at the time we didn't know that. What we knew is 6 ROAS is it's okay. It's not amazing. It's okay for us to get 6 ROAS because I'm just barely making money. But now we know that 6 ROAS was making a lot of money, and in this mind, it was like, okay, if this is barely making money, and if we cannot push, maybe let's have 8 ROAS and still let's make more money. But now we can know, okay, 6 rows was really good for her or for this business, so we could have pushed more.
Because business owners, I can tell from my experience, we are watching on our bank account number. And when
Oh,
there is not the right number we want to see, we tell that all the things we've done, they are not profitable. Or there's some problems. We need to fix it. We need to spend less. But our focus should be on how to grow, how to get more. And when we know those numbers, we can push the limits because we know, okay, we are making here money. We can push even more because business owners is watching on what is there in their bank account because they need to pay a salaries, the bills, everything, and they are afraid to spend more. So we as advertisers sometimes need to be those guys who is telling, okay, here is numbers, you are making your money, let's push it. And this is, I will be honest, this is the way how I scaled my first e-commerce business. I was just pushing all the time, everyone, advertisers, my company owners, everyone. I was just pushing. Let's spend more, and that's how we grow. And that's the way
and
how we do it.
also, isn't it because you really knew the numbers?
I knew the numbers, but they are not. I didn't knew this. I knew the numbers, yeah, but right now we are going deeper. We are splitting new customers, existing customers, 6 months, 12 months. We are going much deeper than there. And lifetime value still wasn't the number we was looking for because this was the first year and nobody didn't know how much we will get. And we was looking on, I would say right now, to the wrong numbers, but still we was pushing it hard. And that's the reason why that business is doing really well today.
Yeah, this is important. So in general, what we're trying to say is, if you have set up your goal overall ROAS, meaning the money that you put in Facebook, Google, YouTube, Twitter, any other like advertising money, and what brings you back in top line revenue, you can see that let's say you have overall ROAS 3, 6, 4, or 4, whatever is the case. You need to be as close to it as possible. If you have set up it's not good if your target ROAS is 4 and you have your ROAS 7 or 8. It's basically it means that you could have doubled the revenue, but you
Yeah,
didn't do that,
yeah,
and you are losing money. But in some case, you think, okay, I made a lot of profit with less money. But in case, on the other hand, it's good if you would stick to these targets, it will be way more money. So
yeah. So okay, the fifth lesson is quick pictures work well and they are easy to make. But
yes,
that's Q4. It's like it's always in Q4 pictures works because everyone wants to buy, everyone wants to see, everyone wants discounts. Always all customers want discounts, and you are just making the picture with the discount, and it's go through the roof.
why I mentioned this point is because the whole year, when you're trying to acquire a customer, these simple pictures do not work. It's about showing your product, it's about explaining your product and getting the customer in. And that usually is done with videos. So, still, because we have done this thing for the past year, we have basically worked on videos. It's like automatically Q4 comes and we think, oh, we need to make videos. No, it's actually Q4. You have already gathered your client base. Now it's just simple offer. Here's the percentage off. Go buy it. No need to create videos because it takes time. It's a waste of time. Just pure pictures. It works. You can have some videos, but mainly pictures. We tested this with all the accounts, and the pictures were the main advertising spend.
Yes. So, 5 things. Prepare, make preparation. Understand what you will do. Plan it out. Make all the content. Write goals for Q4. Understand what you want to do. You want to sell with a profit. You want to get new customers with a discount. What exactly you want to do? Understand your numbers. know all your numbers, so you know how much you are ready to spend. Push the ad spend because you know the numbers. You can push it to the maximum because this is the best time to get some new clients. And maybe if you have a huge base, work with the existing. And pictures. You use picture for Q4. What we can take in Q1? What from all this? We talked about already the numbers. This is important thing. This you need to take in the Q1. You need to plan all your year, so understand the things. What else? What else we can take from this lessons to Q1? I think
Set up goals.
I think the first thing with this we already told, but I think the first thing start understand that you will lose money.
It's exactly this is client acquisition time. Q4 is you can. It's all about business goals in general. You need to set up goals, and Q1 will never be the month or the period that it's a big money maker. It's not happening unless it's uh, really good discounts. You create something like that, or you didn't capitalize on Q4. But on Q1, it's yeah, you really need to think about do I want to grow or do I want to just maintain? If you're maintaining, you're not growing, and if you're maintaining, you're actually dying, I believe, because there's no such thing as just staying at one place. Because there's some other competitors of your e-commerce stores or your businesses that understands this is the time to grow, this is the time to acquire the customers, and they can take away your customers. So just be prepared to not make as much money of Q4, because actually this is in psychology, right? Q4 we make a lot of money, money is good, we want to do the same for Q1, but that is not how it's that is how it's done.
I would say search for the money or understand that you will lose some money or you will go for a break even. Because if you want to grow, you need to invest. You need to invest in the first 6 to 9 months to get new clients, get in the email lists, work with them. Of course, you can get some money. You don't need to scale on losing money. You need to scale on some break even point where you it's like small profit, but it's there is so much this marketing agencies we're telling okay in 3 6 months we will get the first purchase or something like that. This is not how the marketing works. The performance marketing what we are talking right now, it works. You are making money and you are with this made money you put back and you make more and you make more and you make more. Then you get all these clients in one place. You get the data of those clients, emails, phone numbers, pixel data, and then you try to sell them something more, and that's how it works. And
Yeah, it's and by the way, if you made a lot of money in Q4, maybe this is the money that you can put in reinvesting in your business. Maybe don't take the vacation, like as long as the vacation. Don't go to whatever the place is, but just think about your business. You can reinvest the money and make more money in the end of the year that you did ever before. So
or just find somebody with the money.
just find somebody. Yeah,
But you will need to share something with them, like some ownership or thing. But it's the thing. And the lesson too, I think it's not like from the Q4. It's like just idea from all last year. Create more and more videos using user generated content creators, and not use those influencers and those guys just for creating their Facebook post, but use them with your scenarios, with your scripts. Give them everything, and then after that use that in your advertising. And that's I don't know. The biggest question for me right now is how far we can go and how long we can go with those user generated content creators, because I think people are starting to get used to them, and in one moment you will swipe every user generated content because you will feel it from the first thing. So I think maybe this is the one of the last years when you can really capitalize on doing that, because there is still, you can watch in our yesterday's live, there is still so much companies which is not using this one well. Even the biggest players is losing there, and they are not playing this game the best.
Yeah, my thinking is it's not even a year. It should be at least 2 to 3 years because a lot of businesses they hear it's about we say this a lot of times and they actually know, but people are usually procrastinating and they're not doing. They know what they need to do, but let's check. And what it's gonna take a while for everyone to start doing this. But yeah, I agree to the point that people are now recognizing what is this user generate content, but at the same time, this QVC. QVC is basically these internet shops on TV where always there is a product, uh, some guy or woman just explaining the product, just testing it out, showing how it works in the studio, right? I think this is going to this place. We don't make these super branded commercials like on television, but it's becoming more like UEC. You just show how a customer has purchased your product and how it's using the product, and just explaining, okay, is this product good or not? I think it's gonna be regular, but yeah, people will start to see this and will start to swipe away from the other. Oh, this is another one of those. Oh, this is one of those. It's just, yeah, I don't know how much time. The question is, what is next?
That's the question. That's always the question. What's the next? What's the next? We will
Yeah.
go back to the pictures.
We go back to the pictures. Yeah.
Okay, so all clear. We made it clear for you guys. All the lessons, everything. Made some small idea that maybe this is the last year of the UGC, user generated content. Uh, I hope you will make this year at least X2 for your plans, and then just go with execution. Add to the comments, of course, the things that you want to learn more, because we will make more and more this content on learning, because before that we was like more sharing and doing, but right now we are planning this year to go in the learning phase. So in the next week we will have the live where we which is called what is digital marketing, because there is still, I think, so many businesses which doesn't understand this split of those services, of those things what should be done in digital marketing, because I see this our that the sales guys is still selling the digital marketing, but that's not what you need to sell. You need to sell exact thinking there. But that's for the next week. And that's all for today from my side. Jānis, it's a pleasure as always be on the stage with you.
Always.
And I hope you like this guy. Like, share, and comment from you. And follow us to get more content around e-commerce. And let's make this e-commerce great.
Yeah, let's make it great and keep hammering.
Keep hammering. Bye,
Yeah.
guys.